All right, so Virgo, this one's for you. Okay, this is the little mini full moon reading like everyone else is getting. I'm just making an extra special note for you, Virgo, because the moon will be in your sign and it is a full moon, so you might feel this pretty strongly, and it's coming from that all that Pisces energy. So I feel like I have to go back to the chart. Hold on, stay there. Okay, Virgo, this was in that little introduction video, but I just want to point out something here. We just came out of that freaking monster eclipse, okay, all the Pisces stuff, and now we're coming up to this. This is the culmination. This is the manifestation. This is Virgo in the north. Can't really see it, but right there it says North Node. Okay, so it's bringing it all in to practice. And Virgo is all about like the practical realities of life. Like, okay, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that, and spirituality this, and, materialistic that, and emotions this, but how are we going to actually do this? How are we going to make it work? Virgo is really good at sorting all that stuff out. And so we're going to see that kind of energy hopefully manifesting here around the time of the full moon. And it's kind of like Virgo's being singled out, okay? No pressure, okay? No pressure. Sorry, Virgo. No pressure. No pressure, okay? No, just saying, no pressure, okay? Anyway, so it's just like we did in the little mini readings on the live shows. It's just 3 little cards, and then we just get into it. We're going blind. Don't know anything. I don't want to know anything. You can totally just reinterpret the whole thing for yourself later on, okay? This is just a perspective. This is just kind of like an eagle's eye view of a situation, okay? So I'm going to cut. I already pre-shuffled, by the way, but we do more right up to the very last second just to make sure we have a really clean deck, because we've been having a lot of synergy with the readings, a lot of repeat cards, no matter how much I shuffle. So there's some kind of like synergistic energy going on. So how is that working with you, Virgos? Dear Virgo, situation, challenge, how to handle it. So what's the weather for you guys? The Emperor. Whoa, that's a pretty big deal. So this is indicating to me that there's some very, very strong like undercurrents happening in the weather right now, where it you might feel like you are being blown along by energies that are so strong you don't really even have any say in the matter. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just very, very, very strong energy, okay? So I don't know how that's going to translate into your personal life in person. Obviously, if you want to, you can get a private reading. Just go to the little button thing at the top there. Click it, go to the website, book a reading. But anyway, back to now. This is very strong energy of the energy all around you is very, very dominant. It's very in charge. It's like you almost don't have any say in the matter. So there's no point in contesting this. This is just how it is. There's very strong, I'm not even going to say masculine energy, even though this is the Emperor, and you could say the opposite would be the Empress. I'm just saying this is very strong, powerful, dominating energy that really takes no prisoners. You know, it doesn't mean any harm, but it's just very, very strong, okay? So that's just weather. Nothing you can do about it. So what's the situation? Okay. You know what I was talking about with synergy, synchronicity? Synchrodipity? I've lost count of how many times this card has shown up in readings in the last 10 days. So the situation is that in your life right now, with this very strong fated energy that seems to be occurring, you may be getting swept in to a whole new awareness of life. This is a card of sacred opportunity. It is an ace, and it's very fleeting. It can just come and go like that. So the situation is that you are being challenged to seize the opportunity, seize the moment, and seize this moment of truth. There is a profound moment of truth that is coming into your life, whether you want it to happen or not, because the energies of the fateful, these very powerful energies of destiny are taking you into this situation, this energy of opportunity, whether you like it or not. Okay? It's very strong energy, Virgo, so don't resist it. Don't fight it. It's there. Treat it as an opportunity, because it's very much about the revelations of truth. The revelations of what's really freaking going on in my life, in your life. Okay? This is an opportunity. Do not waste it. So what's the challenge? Okay. Witness this, everybody. This is another card that's been quite repetitive. Maybe not just in these full moon videos, but some of the other private readings and the other readings for other situations. The challenge is that the energy that you're dealing with right now, this profoundly destined energy of revelations and awakenings of the core truth, may be to do with all the issues of the past which have been either ignored or shoved away. This is a nostalgia looking into the past card. So what I'm feeling is that this is very closely related to the Pisces energy, out of which we have just emerged, okay? And in that Pisces energy, I'm just saying it in a very generic kind of term. I'm not being specific to Pisces. I'm just talking about the energy of Virgo, who you are now, as opposed to where you came from. And in a way, the challenge is that the way I see this is that you are very resistant of looking into what needs to be cleaned up. And resist, because it's all from the past. Because with this eclipse, everything's coming into culmination right now, here in the present moment, setting the stage for the future. But if you don't clear up crap from the past or things that are out of whack with the past, no matter how much love there might have been, there's stuff that needs to be cleaned up. And Virgo, you're the experts at that. And but now it's like living by example. In order to be a true Virgo, you have to be willing to do the same kind of cleanup that everyone else is being challenged to do as well. And almost all of it is to do with our past, because all the junk in the basement, all the junk in the kitchen drawers, all the stuff in the attic, in the backyard, everything in your spiritual closets, all your spiritual psychic dumping grounds, your spiritual trash cans where you've just stuffed like emotional, psychological, past life issues, whatever it might be, that you didn't want to ever deal with, that you didn't want to resolve. They need to be resolved, but you just don't want to do it. You're resistant to that. So, that's a tough one. I'm sorry, Virgo. That's a tough one, because I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. I'm very, very soft and mushy and partial about this. And I'm kind of soft and mushy anyway by nature. So it's like, don't be scared to look in the mirror and understand who you are and where you've come from. There's no shame in that. because you're a human being, just being human, and even though you might be on this like epic spiritual awakening, you know, and there's no going back because you were being driven by massive currents of destiny, there is a little bit of reluctance, okay? So because people don't want to be reminded of like any crappy stuff from the past. They just want to keep going forward like everything's wonderful all the time, and it isn't. It's just like a car or a bicycle or your home or your day-to-day life. There's a constant requirement for maintenance, keeping things working, keeping things clean and operational, okay? And there's probably more to be done than you really want to deal with, because a lot of it is deeply buried in the past. So how do you deal with that? Power on. You fight on. Okay, so it might feel a bit overwhelming for you. All of this stuff that you really don't want to deal with. But the reality is you do have the strength to do it. And even though you might resist wanting to do that, the best way to move forward is literally just power your way through it. Okay? You've got the strength. You've come through all of this already. And it's been maybe fierce and overwhelming conditions that you've had to deal with. And it is going to come to the surface now. So when the full moon is here, you can handle it, okay? You can handle it. There's no problem. I mean, you might be exhausted and battle weary, but you still have enough strength and spirit and vitality to handle this. So there's no need to be overwhelmed, okay? You can do it. You have to do it. There's no escape. So just do it, okay? Sorry to be so like firm with you, Virgo, but because you in a way you don't deserve it. You're oh, I don't want to get myself in trouble here. I have a few Virgo friends and I love them dearly, and they're the most humble people that I know. And a lot of them like overextend themselves for others without any like thanks or gratitude. And that's almost like the Virgo way, and maybe you might be sick of it, but this is how it is for you. And so just power on, go face first into this full moon and deal with it. You can handle it, all right? Everything's going to be okay. It might feel overwhelming with all this power going on, but you can handle it. Just fight on, okay? That's it, Virgo. That's all I got for you. I hope you can get something out of this. Bye-bye. Happy full moon.